Our presidential candidate, Mr. Tharman Shanmugaratnam, says as Singapore becomes a democracy with more diverse views, the challenge is to ensure that it does not lead to a more divided society. It says the world is moving into an increasingly divided and unstable era, and this will test countries, especially smaller ones like Singapore. Mr. Tharman made those comments in his presidential candidate broadcast message.
Our real challenge as Singaporeans is to ensure that this diversity of views does not lead us to a more divided society, like many others. We must be a democracy with more space for different views and a thriving civil society. But to be confident of our future, we must also be a society with a strong centre of shared aspirations and respect for all citizens.
If elected, Mr. Tharman wants to strengthen that culture of respect for all Singaporeans. He will also build on his international standing to promote Singapore's interests on the world stage. Mr. Tharman says he will also ensure there is prudent use of the country's reserves and that Singapore has an honest and first-rate public service.
I made my way up the public service as a non-scholar. I had setbacks along the way, but my knees never buckled and my integrity was never in doubt. I eventually progressed to the highest levels of the public service, serving as Managing Director of the MAS. Through my many years in government as a minister, I've held on to my ideals of social justice and inclusiveness and worked continually, year after year, to build consensus on practical and sustainable ways to uplift workers and ordinary citizens' lives. While the President stands apart from the government and does not make policies, I will never waver from this purpose in my life and independence of mind as I fulfill my duties.